So, been a heck of a week, huh? A lot of drama has unfolded in the past 7 days, which has caused, among other things, Bitcoin to rise and fall violently. We saw Bitcoin go from the low 30s to the low 40s, back to the low 30s in less than 7 days. So 2 questions come to mind. Number one, what is causing all these violent, volatile moves in cryptocurrency? And number 2, where are the support points? Where are the buying opportunities? Well, I want to share that with you. Plus, for those of you that are stock traders, how to invest in cryptocurrency right now without leaving your stock account. We got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Hey everyone, Tom Gentile. Welcome to Tom's Trading Room, sponsored by Optionetics. Glad to have you here. You know what we do here. We show you how to spot opportunity and create alternative risk trades other than simply buying and holding stock. Do me a favor right now and hit that like button right down there below this video. If you do that, it helps support the channel. Also, hit subscribe and ding the bell, and you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Okay, so we got a lot to cover here. I am only going to talk about cryptocurrency in this video. I want to talk about Bitcoin. I want to talk about Ethereum. I want to talk about Litecoin. And I'm going to show those of you that are stock traders how to get involved in cryptocurrency with just one simple stock indicator. So let's jump to the computer and let's get started. So the number one question I want to ask and answer is, where is all this volatility coming from? We had a big spike, if you take a look at the last week, in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and it really involves these 3 things. Number one, there's a supply-demand factor. Supply, Bitcoin, unlike the US dollar, unlike currencies, unlike stocks, there is a finite supply. That means that this particular cryptocurrency can never be multiplied. It can never be, you can't add liquidity to it. There are only so many coins out there in the marketplace, and that finite supply itself is what has been leading the drive up in prices. But also, institutions are starting to take notice and starting to offer this to their clients. That's also been moving Bitcoin, adding to the demand. There's been a lot of news out lately that's been pushing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. News about uncertainty in the markets. News about uncertainty of the US dollar, what the Fed plans on doing, interest rates, etc. Obviously, there's been a lot of unrest. I don't need to go into the developments that happened since the election, but that's definitely on the heels of Bitcoin moving higher. Of course, the falling dollar, all creating reasons to own digital assets. But most recently, I think the big move up in Bitcoin had a lot to do with what I call holiday FOMO. Holiday fear of missing out. Just like in 2017, the retail public poured into Bitcoin. If you just go back and look the last couple weeks, Bitcoin was a top trend on Google since then. So what I want to do now is I want to show you what we see happening with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and where the support points in my mind seem to be. Now for that, I'm actually going to jump on over into Tom's Option Tools. Right? This is at tomsoptiontools.com. You can get a free 2-week trial to check out everything in Tom's Option Tools, including our cryptocurrency section, which includes charts, tools, and etc. All right, so let's first take a look at Bitcoin. And what I've done here is I've just simply snapped a Fibonacci retracement levels, these fib levels, to the last 6 months of Bitcoin. Now, why 6 months? I could go look at the last 30 days. I could go look at December. But December shows a lot of the volatility that was just a continuation of what I believe started really back around Labor Day. So I took us all the way back to June 26th, when Bitcoin was trading below 10,000 and literally moving in a sideways line. We had a pop up during the summer. We pulled back just after Labor Day. But since then, the trend has been primarily up. And just a couple days ago, we hit that near 41,000 before getting the monster pullbacks that are happening here yesterday and today, which is Monday, January 11th. So when we snap these lines, what I see is I have a 0 line and I have a 100 line. The lines in the middle are what I'm interested in. The first one off the top represents the 38% retracement level from the lows of June to the highs of just a few days ago. The second line is the 50% retracement. That means that the market from the lows of June to the highs of a few days ago has pulled back half of the move that went up. And the final line is the 61% or 61.8% retracement level. Now, of all the three of these lines, the most important ones are the 38 and 50% retracement. And because Bitcoin is so volatile right now, I am looking at 58% retracement levels as a level where we see some huge support coming in. 50% on Bitcoin, from the lows below 10 to the highs of just above 40,000, come in right around 25,000. That's a great support level. It's also a round number support level for Bitcoin. Ethereum's low was down below 250 back in June. Ethereum was actually playing catch up to the markets, and I've shown you this before. But look where it was just 2 days ago. It went above 1,300. And so when you look at the 50% retracement on Ethereum, you're talking about somewhere around the level of 750 on this one. All right, that's the halfway pullback between the lows of June and the highs of just a few days ago. And if you take a look at the smallest of the three big ones, and that is not Ripple, because Ripple will be coming off of Coinbase soon. So that's one I'm not looking at. No, folks, the one I'm looking at is Litecoin as the third. And so Litecoin, symbol LTC, had a low back at the end of June of near 40. The high just a few days ago, 180. Now, look at this pullback. It might be hard to see, but this thing came down and hit the 50% pullback today. It went from yesterday's high, which was over 180, to the 50% pullback of 110. That's the area we're looking at as the pullback. Well, Litecoin did it in approximately 2 days, pulled back 50% of 6 months worth of gains. Happened in all of 2 days. So when you add all this up, here's my latest projections. Bitcoin, 50% retracement pullbacks could take it to 25,000, but the longer term extensions I'm seeing give me a new high for 2021 of 65,000. Ethereum, that 50% retracement could pull us back to 750, but the long-term extensions could take ETC to the $2,000 level. And finally, Litecoin. I said the 50% pullback pulled us back to 110. If that 110 holds and we move back up to our old highs, the next extension level that I see on a Fibonacci could push LTC to $290. Now, before I summarize, let's talk about that stock, or more importantly, the ETF. And the one I'm referring to is not optionable, but those of you that are stock traders that never want to get into cryptocurrency, take a look at the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. The symbol is GBTC, all right? G for Grayscale, and Bitcoin symbol, BTC, GBTC. So GBTC moves highly correlated with Bitcoin itself. So you see those moves that happened that took this thing back last summer from 10 above 40. In fact, it was trading close to 45. And this was last week. Well, as of this particular snapshot, we were off 15%, all right, for this particular day. So it is running pretty much in line with what's happening with the likes of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc. But this one, you don't need Coinbase. You don't need a cryptocurrency exchange to trade through. You can trade it right out of your stock account. I will mention, however, this does not have options. Don't know when they're coming. In fact, the thing I was doing this morning was trying to see if they did have options, because this is one I would love to sell some put options on, especially after a day like today. So in summary, when big volatility creeps in to crypto, I like to look for buy points. and realizing that this volatility does come with opportunity. The second thing I use is I use Fibonacci points, long-term Fibonacci points, as a way of spotting potential support in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. And then finally, while nothing is a guarantee, I find that this is one of the best ways to forward look at markets like cryptocurrency to get a rules-based idea of where I want to go into or back into the markets as a buyer. All right, thanks for watching the video, folks. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.